1 second, because we're beginning.
Alright, and me?
I love how like there's can opening sounds and then there's that sound. That was very obviously a beer. Like it has its own unique can opening sound.
It's good stuff, it's good stuff. Okay then, so, ladies and gentlemen, where last we left off, it's hard to say. It's been a long journey. You've found yourselves finally in front of the City of Passage after much trial and tribulation. Except it's not exactly how you would have hoped it to be, considering you're locked outside the City of Passage with about a third of the remaining guards and a few refugees, while the city inside continues to burn under the control of forces yet unknown. But let's face it, you've probably got a pretty good guess. So, as you look around, you can see that there's like a guard captain nearby, a couple of groups of refugees. You can choose to flag them down and make your preparations. So, how would you like to start it up?
Sure, I guess we should flag that guy down then.
All right, he walks up to you, no problem, and raises an eyebrow, looks up and down, and goes, "Oh God, what is this? More of you?
I don't remember what we were doing.
You want?" Well, basically, you'd just walked in. You'd come from Passage. You'd brought a couple of people that you'd saved from the train.
Yeah, I remember the train,
Yep, that was the
but
last thing that you did.
but I don't remember why we were specifically going to Passage.
Basically, because the tattoos told you to, and also the advice that you got when you visited House, whatever it was called again.
Sure.
The witch.
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of people who guided you that way. So you're there because you need to be.
Cool.
I let Ronit do the talking. I'm just gonna stand there looking
I
like I've got.
diplomacy check. No,
I've got.
You can roll a diplomacy check if you want it to go a bit easier.
I'm just standing there in the background, like with I've got a black cloak on with the hood up and the Bane mask underneath it, and I'm just looking all mysterious as shit.
Yeah, he doesn't take too kindly to that, but he warms up around the Draconian a bit.
Hold on. Before I say something, just to make sure he's very impressed with my speech.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, what's that? 1d2. I'm just this is a new dice roller. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep, yeah. Does it do this though?
I was gonna say, let me get my new dice roller.
No, I don't have that.
Mine all look like candy. It's super distracting.
I rolled a 27.
Fuck it, is that a 27 diplomacy?
What? Yes.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's all. I only rolled 13. I have 13 plus diplomacy.
Yeah, I can see that. That's huge. Yeah,
I basically mentioned. Jeez. I basically mentioned the train and the attack and how we were forced like.
Yeah, one of the members of the train, as you say this, actually pipes up and helps come to speak to your defense. These men, obviously, we wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for them, and...
Man?
Well, no, because you have two other party members as well.
Yeah,
They're just behind you not talking.
Well,
He's indicating with a big wave of his hand.
He's a woman.
He's speaking in a global term.
See, that was what I thought there. My character's female.
Yeah, but you're being mysterious and shit, so you should probably wouldn't... I mean, if you want to, give it... And the woman as well, I apologize. Yes, I spoke out of turn, and he shakes his head off.
God,
probably
gender equality, damn it.
He clears his throat. He goes, yes, anyway, these men obviously know what they're doing. I would suggest listening them out, and it would look like the captain is quite willing to agree, considering for some reason this dragon man is just so fucking charming.
And more like kind. And,
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, you notice that this guy, he looks exhausted. He's about down to ready to break down. He goes, well, if you're here to help, we won't turn it down. Basically, the situation is this. Some men broke into the city. We don't really quite know how. And it would have been just... And he looks up at the sky for a moment and goes, about a day and a half ago it must have been. They broke into the city and ransacked everything. They killed at least 2/3 of our forces and started setting fire to what they couldn't loot. Although for some reason it doesn't seem like they're there to stay. Or really there for anything that we can figure out. Usually you would imagine them to start setting up to either move on or sit in, but it's hard to tell what's going on. From what we could gather, they're building up encampments, but we don't know for what.
Did you see who it was?
I was gonna say 2 words, just force size.
He looks between the two of you and goes, yes. There are at least some 30 men that we know of. There could easily be more, though. The small number that we have here isn't enough to take back the town gate, especially considering it's currently barred. We've managed to put together a ram, but no one is quite willing to run into a gate against forces that they don't quite yet understand.
Well, I basically just tell him that we want to retake the city.
He goes, well, if you have an idea of how to get over the gates, then, well, I'd certainly love to hear it. And at this point, which I discussed earlier on, with the certain man himself, Lemmy stands forward and goes, let me throw!
I turn to Lermy and say, "You are a genius."
He does his usual retard grin. And so, with that, this is essentially, I don't know if you actually have a plan of yourselves.
I have a plan.
Okay. Would
I
you
pass. Okay, so first things first. I open my backpack
Yep.
and I take the holy symbol of the Lich that I have and I pass it to Ronith.
It feels a
But
bit
I-
cold
with
in your
the-
hands. It's a little bit unpleasant.
I pass it to Ronith and with the express position that he has to give me it back afterwards. I put on the signet ring of the Lich that I also have.
Yep.
So basically, both of us have some sort of identification of the Lich on us.
Wait, what was mine?
Yours is a holy symbol because you're a favorite soul, but you're a cleric, so I figured holy symbol would be best,
So like a
like a crucifix or something.
Yeah, you
but-
know how you've got a pendant devourer? Basically, what you've got is also a pendant with an embedded skull into a steel coin.
Okay, I'm wearing the signet ring of the Lich.
Okay, again, it's another embedded skull into a silver coin.
And also, before we start this stuff up, I sort of like my skin kind of morphs a little bit, and it becomes more disheveled, almost undead looking.
The guard just shudders and looks away and goes, oh, oh. It was my apologies. I didn't mean to lose my demeanor. To be honest, you thought I would have been used to seeing these kinds of things by now.
It's
Yeah.
like that's the first time. That's the first time ever the party would be aware of the fact I have
Yeah.
shifting.
Presumably, Lermy attests that you're some kind of gross witch, and Thomas is something retarded.
no. Thomas just says he's just like, oh yeah.
He's all up in that.
Do you want a disguise check for this stuff?
Yeah, that would be fantastic, please.
Cool. 1 second. D20.
It's got sick ass modifiers as well. Also,
I know it all. Have you seen have you actually read
Yeah.
the disguise though? It's all coming from the fact I'm a changeling. Like
Yep.
plus 10 from a changeling.
It's
Yep.
almost like your race is all about disguise.
Mm-hmm.
It's 25 total.
Yeah, you're disgusting and convincing. Ronith, would you like to do a disguise as well? And I'll give you bonuses to charisma because you'll probably be lying later. In fact, wait, your disguise check is... let's have a look here.
My disguise is 3 because charisma.
Oh, that's convenient. All right, make a roll.
Like it doesn't like the disguise doesn't really matter because I will be
Probably talking.
I'd just be talking my way out anyways.
That's the plan, but this helps because also it gives me a gauge of how realistically you look and how likely you are to get flagged down by
I
people.
don't have any bluff though.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't have. I just have my natural bluff, which is +1.
Mine is +3. So
Yeah, you're all up in the shit. Go ahead, make a roll. Then I'll know because the disguise basically tells me how obvious you look when you're walking around. Because you're not going to walk around talking like a bad guy all the time.
critical failure.
You put the pendant on backwards, and the Holy Devourer symbol is actually just tangled up in your hand. You haven't really got a handle on this, and the guard.
Oh my
The guard looks between two of you and goes, "I don't see this work."
Can I use my disguise check on him?
If you want to fix him up, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I will do that. I don't get the +10 though because that comes from me changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you give him if you roll 10 or higher, then I'll give you an assist.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 10.
Oh, just about. Okay, you're able to help get him fixed up, and he looks a little bit less ridiculous now. He actually puts the holy symbol of the Devourer underneath his armor.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
I just kind of embarrassingly thanks.
Yeah. Okay then. Lemmy walks up and asks you to hug Josh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Right. I hug Josh.
All right, then 1 second. I'm gonna make a strength check for him. I've got.
And before he just kills us both, and
It's
that's the end of the
I'm
campaign.
telling you right now, if I roll a natural 20, you're fucked.
Natural 20, we're fucked.
No, it's a 19. You're so fucking close. Which modified, I think, is somewhere well above the 20s, but it's more than enough.
Oh my
So
God.
he grips you both in 2 hands, feeling he notices actually kind of light. He shifts you into just 1 hand, holds you back, and shot puts you both over the wall. And now,
How are we gonna land this?
Ronith, could you please make a strength check?
Well,
It's just a basic. It won't be very hard for you at all.
He has
I
wings.
still
though.
have
Yep,
wings,
he's a
so
2-man parachute, so the strength check is just to make sure it doesn't fucking drop you.
I only have 1 strength.
Well, I better roll.
14.
That's just enough to hold on to him, no problem. You get over. You basically sail over the wall, and before you land, you have a chance to scope it out. Would you guys like to have your little spot checks and such before you land?
Yeah, spot.
Yes, 1.
My spot is actually no good. 15 total.
What did you get?
Then a fly is in front of my eye and just eat, and I become blind for 5 minutes. Another critical fail.
You may have to make another strength check then to make sure you don't drop Josh.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
Right, stop being bad.
7.
7.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, luckily by this point, since you've been looking for long enough, you're actually just above a roof, and I imagine it's not a very long fall now for Josh because you.
Can I tumble it?
Assembling. Yeah, you can tumble it.
Okay. Natural 20.
You actually
Josh,
tumble
fuck
so
you.
hard. You tumble so hard for some reason you're on Ronith's back. You continue to soar. No, actually, I'll give you that equivalent. Like you basically, although he loses his grip, you scramble on top of him.
Yeah, that's a critical, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no. If you're all critical on checks, great things happen to those who wait.
That'll be a 28 total, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's more than enough. You clamber back onto your ally as he just starts to drop you.
I surf Ronith.
Yeah, you surf him. All right, so now that Ronith is blind, I guess you can guide him where you will. With your spot check, you have noticed that there's quite a few encampments, but they don't look like they're there to stay. That's basically a bunch of hobo-style pit fires where they've just thrown a bunch of scrap and set it on fire, and there's large groups of people. You notice a menagerie of races and a few undead, and you said you got 15?
Yeah.
You spot one humongous motherfucker. Like, he looks like the undeadest version of Lermy, minus the dragony part. It's definitely an undead ogre.
Right.
He's pretty terrifying looking. You can see that he's carrying what is essentially a gigantic metal pole, and he's got a piecemeal scrap set of, it looks like breastplates that have been welded together.
We should head for him.
Around there.
Yeah, next to him is a rather diminutive looking hooded figure. So you can choose to land, right in front of them if you want to.
I don't think we should. I think we should land, close. I think we should try and land somewhere
you're
close,
scary.
out of sight, and then walk up to them.
Man, you're surfing.
Yeah, it's you. You can guide him. Go right ahead.
That's what we're gonna try and do. We'll land a little way out, and then head towards that area on foot.
Oh, is there a riding check? Because that would be just a hilarious follow-up.
There is ride. Ride is usually for horse.
Yeah, well, you are kind of riding a flying dragon, Lee.
God
You
damn,
wanna
I don't have any ranks in fucking.
No,
riding.
I'm kidding. You don't have to do that because he's essentially just descending really slowly, so you can guide him to land nice and gently nearby.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right.
Find an empty spot.
Yeah, you basically land in between 2 buildings in an alleyway. So just putting it here to give you some kind of concept of scale. Passage is pretty big. If you were to try and walk from one side of it to the other, it would take you about 45 minutes.
Jeez.
If you're assuming that nothing got in your way at all. There is a large shopping district that you've spotted on your way up and on your casual way down until, the dragon guy got blinded. There's a number of shops, although it looks like some of them are already by this point on fire. You also noticed that there was a large prison building nearby, a tavern. You noticed that there was at least one partially active smithy and a couple of other buildings that had some people gathered outside.
All right. When we land, I want to kind of use. So I have a stance called Child of Shadow.
Yep.
Which normally use it in combat, and as long as you keep moving, you gain concealment. I kind of want to passively activate that, so when I'm walking around, I sort of have shadow oozing off me, just to
look like a badass.
Yeah, look
Okay.
like intimidating and shit and mysterious.
Can I keep behind him in the concealment?
No, because it
No.
doesn't work like that. It only conceals the person who's using it.
I see.
Yeah.
But you said like a cloud behind you, so I was like, can I keep?
You can
It's
you
mo
can you can stand in it and look all mysterious and shit. It won't be giving you any concealment.
it's more sort of like I want like it's sort of like shadows kind of rolling off the person
Yeah. If you make a bluff check but add your dexterity modifier to it.
as well as my charisma.
Yeah.
Or in,
Yeah. All of it.
so okay.
It's basically this is just gonna help give you that demeanor to go with your disguise.
So that would be 3 from that. So it's 12 total. It's not great.
It's not really that great. You don't look any extra menacing. I mean, you still look like a badass, but it's not like it's added any kind of "oh, don't mess with this guy" aura to you.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'd
It was
suggest
a nice attempt. It's a nice attempt.
I suggest to run it that we head for the ogre and hooded guy then,
And do what?
and not see what's going on. We have
See what's up?
basically the plan is that we are agents of the. I feel like we should be agents of the Liches, and we should report to this guy saying that we took care of the heroes on the train. That's my idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. And yeah, let's talk with the hooded guy, not the ogre.
Yeah.
But whether I make Ronit lead on because he's the one who can talk good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
doing that.
Assuming you both walk up, as you walk past, you notice that there's very casual gangs of thugs, and they're all talking about crap. Would you like to try and listen in on any as you pass?
Sure, I'll go throw some listen checks out. How many do you want?
Let's say here it's 3 groups, so let's say 3 listen checks.
Sure. Okay, so my listen is
Mine was
+8.
3.
Uh, 22,
Oh God.
11, and holy shit, 25.
Yeah, you hear
11,
you
16, 8.
great. Well, Josh, you could hear a fly shit itself. You as you're walking past, you pick up different amounts of chatter. A lot of them sound like they're quite disgruntled about the fact that people have gone off ahead towards the market district and they're going to get all the cool loot first. Another of them says, "But at least we finally took down the people down in the prisons. They're all locked up." There's people talking about, there was a massive Toller body count acquired somewhere. You don't know the full specifics of why or how that happened, and you know that they're quite interested in moving on, particularly towards the lake.
Right.
Okay, let's see. I have the map here. Okay.
So I'm trying to work out the next stop should either be market or prison then for us.
Do you reckon the prison would have?
Well, the only thing I think like prison's obviously important, but we might want to get to the market before the loot's gone. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for now we need to concentrate on talking to this guy though. So
Yeah. 'Cause although what I was thinking, maybe they would hold someone in the town like prison, but I don't think these guys take prisoners.
I'm thinking the prison was a holdout attempt by the forces in the town.
We'll check that after loot. Jeez.
Well, I'll give you just an idea. The prison is essentially 2 buildings away from the ogre and the leader that you're walking towards. It's also, for some reason, quite opposite to an inn. The inn has the attractive name of the Strangled Pig.
Yeah, I've been in worse.
What was our first in this?
Your first inn? It was the one, in fact, that Josh named.
Yeah.
I did.
I remember at one point you just on a train and I told you to name a place. I can't remember what name you gave it though. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll look it up as we continue on. So, what are you going to be doing, friends?
We're heading towards the cloak guy first.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. As you head up towards them, the man with the cloak pats the ogre on, just on the shoulder and tells him to sit still. Although you don't really see him move his mouth at all to say it, but words do come out of his face. He turns around to face you and asks, "What is this? I don't remember seeing you with my entourage."
Diplomacy.
All right, go for it.
Right, you do realize you have to do like some actual role playing of the sense of
Yeah, you will have
I
to words
know.
it.
I know. I'm just horrible at that. 23. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, go ahead and talk. Well, just a tip: you might want to say stuff and then do your diplomacy bit
Yeah,
afterwards. Like your roles should come after your words.
That's true. Wait, what is that?
Oh, the name of the other tavern is called the Boar's Knuckle, and as to your knowledge, it's just by the lake. Josh, well, you know that at least. The others don't.
sure.
We are not from here, but we did intercept the, you know, the hero.
The troublesome party, I'd call him.
Yeah, the troublesome party.
I hope you don't mind me offering help since he's.
No,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
ridiculous.
He looks between the two of you and shakes his head and he goes, "The troublesome party. The chosen group? I don't know that they've been eliminated yet. I'm sure he would have known. This just happened."
And that is why I'm telling you right now.
I just a tip here, Ronald. I wouldn't say we killed them, but I definitely mentioned like the fact the train got destroyed should be like that's a thing that is known. Like that can't be like we're not lying about that. So you should twist that in a sense of delayed, like we delayed them or something or inconvenienced them.
The necromancer had a coughing fit and didn't hear you giving him advice.
He was like,
In fact, when he does clear his throat, and it's just disgusting. It's a and you actually a moth a moth comes out of his mouth.
let's just say they will not bother us for a while. We will be done here. They will basically just not get here in time.
The necromancer shakes his head a few times and goes, "You just can't buy good help anymore." Fair enough, then. Seeing as you're here, I take it you're prepared to look over the matters and make sure that we're all doing our jobs. He looks quite sarcastic and really kind of annoyed that you're here. Maybe he's made assumptions about you, but, it's hard to tell.
I do like a snarky grin behind the mask.
The necromancer, if he notices, doesn't say anything about it at the very least.
So, are there any stragglers in the city?
He goes, "No, well, the last of the holdups we finally managed to pin down in the prisons. You're welcome to visit them yourselves, but I don't know that you'll get any other information. They say that they're working for the Avatar, but goodness knows what that's all about."
I speak up here actually.
Yep.
I go just like really short sense, like really concise, just like we will decide that. We have our methods.
Alright, do you want to throw a bluff out quickly, just to see if it helps you out?
That's a 14. No, wait, 15, sorry. Math is hard, guys.
The necromancer just turns away and waves you off and indicates that the ogres start walking towards the gate. They've got stuff to do. Alright, so now you have the freedom to move where you would like to. Well, for now at least.
Alright.
I guess the prison then, Ronith?
Prison or market? Market loot.
Prison's closer.
Yeah. I guess we could do that first because maybe we can get people out of there.
I vote prison.
Or at least figure out what's going on.
Alright, in front of the prison, it doesn't even look to be guarded. It's not exactly what you would call forgotten about, but it looks like whatever they were doing there is done. So it wouldn't be hard for you to walk on in.
Alright.
Let's do it then.
Okay, when you enter, you can smell like freshly spilled blood. It's a bit rusty in there, and there's broken furniture off to the side where it looks like guards would have been sat probably playing cards and talking snide shit. But you don't see any bodies, of course, but you do notice that there's a number of bars like penning in two figures that you can't quite make out at the moment, and off near them is a chest which, as most would imagine, probably contains their loot.
I vote we head for the bars first, I guess.
Alright.
It is behind like a door?
No, as in, like a prison-style bar, so it's got one of those bar door gates that you knock a key in.
I check the door.
Alright, as you walk up to the door, the two figures in there look up and goes, "Ah, Fevin hell, another one of you bastards!" And up forward walks a quite impressive dwarf. He may not be tall of stature, but he is tall of spirit. His armor is covered in spikes and blades, and woven into his beard are a number of broken axe handles and blades.
I throw out a spot check to make sure that we are not being watched by any malicious forces.
Yeah, please do.
The spot total is a 15 plus the spot of 7, so 22.
Nope, you can't spot a single damn soul apart from the other person at the back who, with your spot skill, you notice before he even gets to dramatically stand forward. It is a stunningly handsome halfling. But that's all you can really say about him.
He's stunningly handsome.
Stunningly handsome. He's probably got a great charisma score.
Like, at least 13, I mean.
At least. If people to try and describe this halfling, they'd say he's a 10.
I do. I sort of like I morph my skin back to the drow complexion, wink, and then morph back to the undead one.
The halfling, as he's walking out of his dramatic shadows, the first thing you do see is his grinning teeth back, and then he takes on a bit of a stoic example, and he looks like he's about to pat his dwarven companion on the shoulder, except for the fact it's covered in blades, and he stops himself just before he impales his hand. He goes, "Easy down. What the hell are you?"
Ronith, do the talking.
I hate that I have diplomacy. I'm horrible at this, and I have to
It's
do
fine.
all
Practice
the
is
talking.
perfect. Practice makes perfect.
No, practice is perfect.
It is actually. It's true.
Not in my case. Right. I don't suppose you ever heard of us, but we are here to help.
So, and what are your names? The halfling looks a little bit resigned, and you can see that he's definitely exhausted. In fact, even though the short dwarf is currently fuming to himself, it looks like a nervous ball of energy. You can also see deep bags under his eyes and a few bruises here and there.
My name is Eberron, cleric of dragons, and
I shake my head.
The halfling grins again and he goes, "Ah, one of your kind. Oh, well, that's fine. My name is Thalacrus Anderson, and this man here," he points at the dwarf who just grunts in response and looks away. He goes, "This is Gaxagar Guyslaughter."
Guy slaughter.
Gaxagar Guyslaughter.
As in Odie slaughters guys.
Yeah.
Right. Making sure. Just,
His first name is Gax.
Gaxaclaws.
No, Gaxagar. I'll even write out if I have to, because it's a
No,
compliment.
Gaxagar.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Gaxagar.
It's literally written how it sounds. It's ridiculous. There you have it.
Gaxagar guys slaughter.
Yes. The dwarf looks at least mildly proud of his name, and in fact, as he shakes his shoulders, you can see like flecks of what possibly undead flesh just fall off of the shoulders. Yes. Fair enough then. If you're here to help us, then prove it. Where are your marks?
Wait, do they mean at the marks?
Well, that's for you to assume. The halfling simply folds his shoulders and looks at you both.
I remove my glove.
Same.
The halfling nods slowly, and he reaches under a nice, very fancy but admittedly blood-soaked leather jerkin and like fancy double, and he pulls up a pendant, and you can see on it is just the very same marking, and he tucks it.
Where is your mark, Ronith? Because I know mine's on the back of my hand.
I forgot.
It's on his arse cheek. It's a cutie mark.
He moons them.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. Dan told me once, but I've never.
Just assume no. It's just pick somewhere to put it
Somewhere,
now.
it's
You may
your
as
choice
well.
now.
Just my wrist, like just on the bottom of like.
Yeah,
Mine's in the super awkward place of like the complete back of the hand, so it's
Yeah.
like really hard to hide.
Yeah. No, you get the markers on the pendant. She goes, "Well, wait. Yours are tattoos. Did you put them on yourself?"
No.
I shake my head.
The halfling,
I just
like chokes back a laugh and puts his hand on the pulse. Goes, "Oh fuck me, it's here, isn't it?" And he points towards his chest and goes, "Okay then, since you're here to help, can you please get our goods and get us out of this damn cage?"
If I will.
Yeah, I head over to the while Ryan keeps talking to them. I head over to the chest and open it.
All right, in the
Fuck
chest.
that.
Yeah, in the chest.
It's their shit, dude. We're not nicking it. Fuck you.
Yeah, inside you see 2 traveler shits. So it's got all of their usual stuff in it, and also you see what looks to be a really bitchin' loot. It's got quite a lot of iron banding. Do you want to do a spot check quickly, or a search even?
Sure.
Either of the 2.
Oh, which one do you want?
Either of the 2. It's your choice how you want to look at it.
I think my spot's better. 1 second.
Go for it.
Yeah, my spot's better.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh no, wait, no, they're equal. Never mind.
Okay,
isn't it a praise to see an item?
It's a praise to work out if it's worth money.
Yeah.
It's a 22 total. I keep rolling 15s.
Okay then. Because you rolled a 22, you both find, but then don't injure yourself with a certain special attachment to this loot. When you lift it up, you find that on the top above, where the tuning cords would be, it looks more like a handle. And when you grip the handle, you find a small latch. You point the loot away from yourself and hit the latch, and an axe blade pops out of the side of the loot.
Oh, what?
It's an axe. An axe.
Damn.
He means loot as in the instrument.
Yeah. Lute. Loot.
Oh. Loot.
Yeah.
Loot.
It's a great name. It's Lute. But yeah, as you do that, if you'd rolled high enough to spot it, but not high enough to defend yourself, it would have made you probably axe yourself. But, well done.
I'm good.
Yep, you hold it out, and the halfling sort of grins himself and goes, I know, I'm really proud of it too.
Dude,
You don't find a weapon for the dwarf, though.
Before we do that, I'm gonna search the area for a key to their cell.
Alright, search check.
Josh, do you have points in perform?
I do not, because I'm not a bard.
Fuck.
Search 15 total.
You don't spot a key.
Okay. Right, do you have any... Run it should melt the lock. You have fire powers.
I don't...
Okay, well, when you look at the lock, you see that it's probably quite well built to withstand physical force. But, it's crude iron. And it's damageable by heat.
I do have to... Hang on. First, I'm going to attempt... I have 2 points in open lock. So I'm going to attempt to...
You can take a wing at it. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to pick it first.
Yeah.
While I assume Ronith passes them the equipment he can through the bars.
Yeah, because I was checking if I had Shatter as a spell, but I don't.
That's a 10.
No, you attempt to pick the lock though. You're going to have to break it, but you're only able to fit the traveler's kits through there, which is food. There's a couple of potions in it. They both accept them. In fact, he passes one off to the dwarf, who drinks it straight away. And you notice as he drinks it and he lifts up his head to do so, there's blood matting part of his axie beard, and it might not all be in enemies. The loot won't fit through the bars, so you can hang on to it for a few moments longer. And
can I just smash the lock?
Strength check.
Fuck.
What is your strength, Ronith?
+1.
No, it's not going to work. You're going to have to roll, pretty damn high for that to work.
Yeah.
It's always worth a shot.
Sure.
Sure. I'll just fucking minus this shit. 7, yeah. I have horrible fucking...
They sigh at your attempts and go, okay, look, maybe you can find someone who can open the lock. I mean, we're not going anywhere. Just, leave my loot close. And they point towards the door and he goes, just be quick, please.
Alright, I guess we should head out.
Sure.
Unless you want to have an attempt at melting the lock, Ronith.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to melt it with.
Well, then we guess we gotta go.
Yeah, I have no fire spells.
Yeah.
God, what kind of crappy dragon person are you?
That's why I want to be a dragonfly, right?
Yeah. Well, no, there you have it. Okay, so you're unable to open the lock at the moment, but hopefully it's not going to be your last chance at doing so, and you head outside, I guess?
Yeah, I guess we're heading towards the marketplace. That was the plan.
Unless there's something on the way.
Nope, as you head out, you can see there's people walking in and out of the inn, and some of them have cracked open barrels, and they're looking quite cheery about themselves until the ogre walks by and they all grow a little bit quiet for a moment before they resume their drinking. But yeah, you can head towards the market. Yeah.
Should we check the inn quickly? What do you reckon, Ronith?
Yeah, it's by the market anyways, so why not?
Sure, we'll check the inn quickly.
Okay. You walk up and into the inn, the Strangled Pig, and as you're walking up to the door, can you make a quick reflex check there, Josh?
Natural 20. Fuck yeah.
If you just had the time to pull your draconian friend away from the doorway as it is slammed open.
Yeah.
So he might have gotten clocked really fucking hard.
Seriously,
he might have got some mud on his clothes.
Yeah.
Seriously, I am just a weak point here. I'm just not doing anything, and Josh is just rolling.
No, without your diplomacy checks, you would have completely fucked up against that lich. So you're doing okay, actually. Disguise is good, but Josh can't talk for shit.
I'm good at talking, just not to the enemies.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So
My character doesn't say much anyway, so it's like.
Yeah, it's true. So as you do so, the sort of man steps back a second. He looks he's about to say something really quite snarky, but he looks you up and down and apparently thinks better of it and moves across to the side, nodding casually and heading off towards one of the fire pits.
Does he look really, really dangerous? Because I have the overwhelming urge to headbutt him.
He doesn't look particularly dangerous.
I go for trip attack.
All right, go for it. Make a roll.
I don't know how trip attacks work.
Basically, he's not expecting it. Make a stealth check, and then you can take attack as flat-footed.
So by stealth, you mean hide, I assume.
Yeah.
Basically, trip attacks are unarmed attacks unless your weapon tells you that you can make trip attacks with the weapon.
It can't. That is a total of 27 because my hide is bitching.
All right, yeah, he's not going to see you do it at all, so you'll get bonuses. Make your little attack roll.
Just a basic attack roll.
Yeah.
With strength?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 18.
You
Sorry,
trip him up.
19.
You trip him up like a bitch. He goes down hard. You
I,
realize he's quite drunk as well.
I literally just like stare straight at him and like say, "Respect your superiors, fool."
All right. Yeah, he's. Do you want to roll and intimidate on that and really give him that lesson?
Sure, why not? Intimidate. My intimidate score +3.
Okay.
It's a 15.
Oh yeah, he looks narrowly about to cry. Instead, he actually throws up a whole bunch of drink. He's just terrified of you.
I then walk into the tavern, leaving Ryan to do whatever the hell he's doing.
I'm done looking bitch and I move on.
Yeah, it's like literally like hate it. Like I literally just do hate is gonna hate and walk into that.
And I just go like, yep, you just did that. Yep.
Yeah. Also, Josh, you got an achievement for that.
Yeah.
For intimidating an enemy out of a fight. You have unlocked the achievement. This is not even my true form. Cower terror, pitiful mortals, for I am greater than you could ever imagine. And you get this bonus here, which you can keep to your sheet.
Reduce the attack roll enemy by 4. Do I get? I assume that's once.
Yep, it's once. So you spend that coin and it's gone.
Sure. Okay.
Cool.
There you go. You've earned an immediate interrupt for that. So, you can choose to walk into the inn. When you're looking around, you notice that there's really not that many people left in it. They've basically ransacked all the beer barrels and all the good stuff, and there is, much to your chagrin, other drunks falling over on the floor and vomiting on themselves. It's really quite unpleasant. It looks like the very first thing that some of these people did was go, "Holy shit, a tavern! I can steal from here!" and really overdid it.
What are these people?
You see a collection. One of the ones who's completely out of it on his face on the floor is a half orc. You can see a human, and there's also a dwarf off to the side who is still drinking where he sat.
So it's basically just all sorts of races.
Yeah, it's a big mixture, and they just went to town on this place. They destroyed.
What kind of armor do they have? Like, are they well armed?
They appear to have decent weapons, but really quite shitty armor.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go for a listen to the spot, like a listen to see if I can hit any, sort of like innocent people around, like cries for help or whatever.
Is there a basement or another like level?
Do the spot, you'll know.
Apparently I've gone deaf.
Ah, you spent all that time listening to fly shit, and it's deafened you.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I mean I literally walk around and try to find.
Okay, yeah, you can see a basement down, and there's also a floor up, although it seems that someone smashed a good half of the stairs away, so it's unlikely there's anyone up there. But you can try if you'd like to.
If Ronith wants to go down, I'm hanging by the door and keeping an eye on the prison, because I'm kind of worried about,
Sure.
people heading in there to execute those guys or whatever. So I'm just literally like sort of like leaning against the doorpost, kind of looking at the prison.
Yeah, sure. I'll go down there on my own.
All right. As you go down there, you find that there's a door, and it looks like someone did a really terrible job of barring it. You could probably wrench it open quite easily if you just jammed your weapon in there and gave it a bit of a tug. Crowbar style.
Can I hear something?
Go for a listen. You tell me. Do you hear anything?
He hears a fly flying across the room.
And into his eye. He's blind.
8. That's not gonna do.
No, you don't hear a damn thing. I mean, Dragonborn have little holes for ears.
I try to get open the door.
All right. It doesn't take much for you to sort of wedge your trident in there and jimmy it open. And as you do so, you hear a squeak of. It sounds vaguely like a humanoid voice.
I ask who's there.
All right. You hear some scuffling at the back. It looks like someone's trying to get away from you.
I approach.
All right. As you do so, have you still got your hooded lantern, by the way?
I take out my hooded lantern.
There you have it.
I have it in my, but like.
Yeah, not like I'm giving you advice or anything.
Yeah, I just forgot about.
It's fine. There's a lot of things to worry about.
Usually, I just assume that I have it out all the time. But
oh, yeah. If that's the case, just say like, this thing is lit. It's fine. It's light.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the room is filled with light, and you can see a small human girl, probably no older than about 15 years old, a bit tattered hair, and it looks like she's been crying recently. And she's panicked. She is definitely wanting to not be anywhere near you because right now you look like an evil cultist.
Ouch.
He doesn't look like an evil cultist. He's just got a symbol. I look like an asshole though.
Yeah, I don't think she knows the symbol. but then again, I'm a dragon. So.
You're also not only have you got a big pendant on your chest with a gigantic skull face that belongs to those people who have been trying to destroy everything in town. You're also wielding a trident.
Yeah. So the first thing I do is I put away the trident that I left to the wall.
Run it. Makes little kids cry.
Yeah.
Dragon.
You hear? She goes, "Please don't hurt me." That's my little girl voice. You'll have to deal with that, I'm afraid.
I reassure him. I'm
All
not
right.
gonna hurt you.
She goes,
Well,
"Prove it."
Well, how can? Yeah, fuck.
He stands there for 5 minutes without hurting her.
And someone hits the prison. Damn it.
First off, I make sure that the door is closed and try to bar it.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's so no one just comes up and be like, hey.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. How did you get here? Like.
She sniffs and goes, "They came in really quickly. They killed everyone. I ran away and I got down here and I tried to lock up the door, but it didn't help me. And then they started getting in and bashed on the door, but eventually they gave up because they found the alcohol and then they left." And then she's looks like she's trying to keep her breath down.
I try to give her a hug.
You'll have to make a charisma check for that, I'm afraid. Make a flat charisma roll.
That's only +3 though.
Make a flat charisma roll.
What?
Do it.
Only. Oh, this is gonna be horrible.
You're not trying to bluff or diplomacy her. You're trying to give a girl a hug.
8.
No, she backs away from you. It doesn't work for you.
This is annoying as fuck. I'm getting horrible fucking rolls.
It's fine. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
This is what I'm good at.
It's okay.
Oh,
she goes, "Please, have you seen my dad?"
No, I've not seen your
Ask
dad.
her who her dad is. Don't just say no. Jesus Christ. I actually yell that from the door. No.
The girl looks up and goes, "Who's that?"
That's my friend. Don't worry. She can be annoying sometimes.
She's creepy and stabs people.
Yeah, she can be annoying sometimes, but she's not dangerous.
Wait! I take offense to that.
Yeah, she backs away from the top door where some scary person is taking offense.
Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. She won't hurt you, and neither will I.
She looked like she was about to ask him, "What about you?" But then you cut her off.
Yeah.
She nods slowly and goes, "Please, I don't want to be here anymore. Where is it safe? Can I leave the city? Can I please go? Can you please find my dad?" She's just terrified and looks like she's about ready to babble again.
I basically just call for Josh. Since he could yell down, so I'm gonna yell up.
But then we'll lose our watch on the prison. I swear to God, if they like go into the prison and kill those guys, it's your fault. I'll head down then.
As you walk away, you notice them walking into the. Oh, okay.
Josh, you have a choice of saving the girl or the other guys.
Or Gaxagar Guy Slaughter.
They'll be fine. No.
Fine, I'll come down since Ryan is apparently terrible at everything.
Well, sorry.
She blinks and looks up from the halfling dragonborn, who, to her probably looked about equal height. She goes, "You're tall." Oh.
I'm not. Well, I guess I am.
Compared to them both, you are.
Yeah, compared to them both, but I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'4", I think.
Yeah, no, you're not that tall either. But she's currently in shock and just trying to ground herself. It would seem.
I'm also look like an undead and wearing a Bane mask, but that's
Also, it's Eberron.
Yeah. She's like,
They're probably half of the tavern goers are undead.
Yeah.
I ask her who her father is. Like, who's your father?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Oh.
And what does he do?
She goes, "He's the owner of the tavern."
It's not a tumor.
I immediately leave, and go upstairs, and I just I yell, "Oi! Where's the tavern owner? What did you assholes do with him?"
The dwarf looks up from his spot and goes, "Oh, asshole! Fuck if I know. He ran up north. He indicates another vague direction that's blatantly not even fucking north, but you would guess that he's gone up towards, where there's hopefully less fighting. You don't know where that is. You can't trust this drunk's directions. And the girl apparently heard it too, and she goes, We have to go there.
I recommend that we leave the girl with the other two in the prison while we clear the area, or at least find.
She nods and then looks around. She finds just a bunch of scraps of cloth and finds one that looks enough like a cloak that she wraps around herself and goes, Please take me there. I can't. And she just looks like she's about ready to panic again.
I lead her through. I ignore Roth and just lead her through the tavern because I'm pretty sure these guys are so drunk that they won't notice.
Yeah, in fact, that is very much the case.
That's what I was gonna just recommend, because you can just dex.
Yeah, can you please make a stealth check?
Well, move silent.
Do you want move silent or hide?
I guess it would be more along the lines of hide.
Okay. 17.
All right, you've assisted the girl's 16 roll to ensure that no one looks at her, particularly when you're guiding her away, and you managed to do so without trouble.
Cool. That was a shit roll for me as well. That was like a 5.
Gosh,
I actually rolled a flat 16. She had no mods, so that went quite well for you.
I've been horrible.
The thing is, the difference is he rolled horrible, but he rolled real high anyway. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just like hide's like my best skill.
Yeah, it is. It's very true. That and disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no problem leaving her to the prison, and do you actually want to go in and introduce her, or you just sort of nudge her into the door?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think time is of the essence, so I just tell her to stay in there with those guys.
Is there anything else in the basement?
Nah, there's nothing else that you can say.
I vote we head towards the marketplace then.
Yes.
All right, okay. You head up towards the marketplace. You can see a number of shops that aren't destroyed, but there are groups of people that look like they're about ready to go and tear down the shit. Up ahead, first of all, you notice, and I have to remember what the order they're in. Yes, okay, so first of all, in order of how close they are, you can see that there is a smithy. Something that looks similar to, like a magical emporium, that kind of crap. You can see an apothecary, which, alchemical goods, a tinkerer's shop, what might be a general goods store, and I believe that covers all of them. Yes.
I vote magic-y place.
What, the smith?
No, the magic place. Magic shop, whatever Dan said.
Alright, okay, you walk past the smithy, and as you do so, a group of people sort of slam in the door and then make their way in. Would you like to make a quick listen check as you go by?
Sure. What is my listen? I keep forgetting. I went deaf again anyway.
Yeah, not good enough.
I rolled a 2.
You got 15. You hear them knocking shit over, but they don't appear to be encountering anyone. So, you couldn't assume that there's no one in there right now.
Right.
And you walk on to the Magical Emporium. And as you walk in, you can see that the next group is starting to break open the door. And this time, though, you hear a voice. You hear an adult female voice. Again, it seems like
Is this from the Emporium?
Yes, the Emporium of Magical Goods. You hear a shout of, "No! Stay back! Stay back! I'll kill you, I will!" And as the first group of people start to push their way in.
And how many people are there?
You see that there's a number of 3 thugs, 2 of them being humans and 1 of them being a half-orc.
So they don't seem to be, any important people.
Not particularly, but they smash in the door and begin to make their way inside.
Can I make an intimidate yell of stand
I was
back?
about to say the same.
We'll both do it together, I guess.
You both just double shout these bitches? Alright, go for it.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Natural 20.
Holy fucking shit.
10.
Why are you bad at everything, Ronan?
Man. They although the favored soul he coughs and catches his own tongue for a second. It was another fly again, just went right in your mouth. These flies are really pissing everyone off, let's face it.
It's fine, I've got a pass. I can't go move.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
Yeah. You shout them all down and they back up. They go, but why?
I just yelled, "Do I need a reason? Get the hell out of here, you scum."
And they look like they're ready to brandish their weapons, but they back up and leave to their own devices. It looks like they're going to head towards the general goods store instead.
I head slowly inside the magic emporium.
Cool. Make a reflex check.
Me too.
No, just Timmy went in the
door. 15.
Yeah, you duck just in time to avoid a lance of icy cold. It smashes into the wall above you. And the voice that says it goes, "Ah, no, please stay back!"
I just hold my hands up like to show that I haven't I show that my palms are empty.
Okay, and you see a panting
I
figure
stand
back
right
to her in
behind.
the corner. You going behind him? Alright, cool. As you do so, you see that there's a figure in the back corner. Most of her stuff's already been knocked over. It looks like people have made an attempt in here before and returned, in fact. She's holding up her staff, but she drops and it rolls away from her feet. She goes, "Please, please don't hurt me. Not again." And you can see that she looks like she's been abused.
31 bitches.
Oh yeah, no, you warm up to her straight away this time. She seems to catch her breath and go, "Wait, please, please, no, not again." And, like, she looks like she doesn't really want to get injured, but she's unwilling to believe that someone saved her.
I ask, who are you? Like, what is your name?
"My name is Jez. I'm the owner of this store."
I like look around. Like, what's in the store?
Although it looks like a bunch of stuff has been knocked over, you can see that there's an assortment of scrolls, a nice looking wand on one of the sides, some staves, one of them has already been snapped in half though sadly, and a book that's a bit torn up, and it looks like the rest of the stuff must have been taken, but it was probably a place for people who are wizards to get their wizard on. Presumably you're going to let her get up and start gathering herself?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. She does in fact stand up. She grabs her staff and limps over towards one of the shelves and starts gathering things up. And she goes, "You're not one of them, are you?"
No.
No.
I mentioned that we're making a safe haven in the prison, and if
Yeah.
she can stealthily make her way back there, we'll be back shortly.
She nods slowly and looks over her goods. She agrees that she'll help you out, and also it just sort of thrusts into your hands, Josh, considering you're the big scary man. She hands over a wand.
Big scary man. What the fuck?
Big scary person. Sorry, words are hard, okay?
God damn it.
I know, right? She hands over the wand to the big scary woman, who isn't really all that tall, but, actually roughly equal height to this person.
Right.
She hands it and goes, This is a wand of time detonation. Maybe help you." And she looks like she just wants to get the fuck out of that shop.
I just nod.
Yeah, and she pushes a book of scrolls into your hand, Ronith, and then she looks like she's about ready to head toward. She gives you scrolls aren't always kept just as scrolls; they're sometimes just pressed into a book. So it's a number of scrolls tucked into a book. She hands that over to you.
Oh.
You said timed detonation.
Yep.
Detonate.
Cool.
Basically, you can shoot...
I know what it does, but I'm just making sure I get it.
Cool.
Shit up.
Yeah, it's basically within an area burst 1, it will set off equivalently a fiery column. But the detonation will go off in a amount of rounds that you determine before you make the attack. So you can choose anywhere between 1d4 rounds, or you can choose even longer if you want to just leave the wand behind and set it off, a la Star Trek, blow up the ship kind of thing.
What did I get?
You got a book full of scrolls. You can ask what it is as you guide her towards the prison, if you would like. Again, as she leaves the door, she pulls up the hood of her cloak and stealth check.
Yeah. That is a 17 total.
She's just about going to cut it. I'm not looking stupid. She's still limping, but she just about makes it towards the prison as you guide her, and you can again push her into the door.
Yeah. I then say we should probably head for the smithy next.
Yeah. As you do so, you can hear her going, "Oh, there's more people," and she's heading towards it. You probably can assume that she might even be able to open up a door, considering she's a wizard and all that shit.
Oh.
Well, then she'll help them. It's fine. Everything's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you can move on now.
Yep.
Last of all, we've got the general goods store and the apothecary, and also, can you make a quick spot check? Spot. Oh yeah, you can go back again past the smith, and if you can make a spot check, please.
We want to go to the smithy, but yeah, spot is 20.
Oh my god!
Wow, Reneth. Is that a 50?
Seriously?
My spot is 7, so math is hard. 23.
23. Okay. You also notice that there's quite a weird little squat shop that hasn't been broken into, and no one's looked at it yet. And in fact, you didn't notice it on your first pass either.
Alright, we should go there before someone notices it. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay. So are you going to peek into the smithy or not? By the way.
Okay. Yeah.
May as well take a look and look through the door to see if there's anything not destroyed yet.
Yeah.
All right. As you look in, you can see that there are a number of people there carrying bundles of swords and crap, and they're just sort of taking it outside towards people. Some have got some breastplates, things that looks like they're going to start equipping themselves out.
Alright.
Assuming you don't stop them, they'll just sort of walk through the door with their ill-gotten gains.
Can I try for an intimidate? Oh, maybe Ron should go with diplomacy of demanding an inventory or something.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, go for it. Diplomacy.
20.
20. Yeah, you can just sort of flag them down, and they look to you as a deferred leader. They go, okay, yeah, boss. There's a number of swords up here. There were spears there, but they've already been taken. There was a warhammer, but it was terrible and shitty, so someone threw it away. It's over there in the corner. And he points at a wall, which has got just a warhammer stuck out of it with a broken handle.
I will take that.
As you do so, you
well
notice
handled.
that there is something rattling behind that section of wall.
Interesting. I make sure I don't know. I sort of make note of it and then turn back to the guys as they continue talking. I assume.
Yep, he doesn't notice you noticing anything at the very least, and he goes, really, that's about it. The guys over there just walked out with the rest of the armor, but, there's not really much to talk of. We were hoping for cool magical shit, but there was nothing. And presuming you don't stop him, he just sort of tries to barge past you and just get out the room.
Nope, I have added shitty Warhammer to my items.
Great.
Is there anything else?
As you pull the entire Warhammer free, you can see that there is what looks to be like a broken panel behind it.
I'm going to use my trap finding search.
Okay.
What is my search plus?
Man, you guys are fucking perfect for this.
Well, yeah, that's why we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not perfect. My character is perfect.
23.
I'm not.
23. Yeah, you spot that it's a broken section of latch, but you're pretty sure that if you jiggle it, you can make it do whatever it was supposed to do.
I'll do that then. Sure, why not?
As you do so, you pull aside a secret door.
Sweet. I head inside it.
All right. As you do, you are instantly faced with a crossbow bolt. It hasn't been fired out of the crossbow, but it's being held up by a squat dwarf.
Again, I do palms upheld. So
You're starting to notice a single thing here going on. He slowly lowers down the crossbow and goes, okay. Again, I've killed enough of your friends already, and he points at the other corner of this quite small-looking room. It's got some barrels and boxes off to the side, and there's a couple of corpses stacked up. Are you going to join them?
I'd look to Ronith.
I'd rather not.
All right, yeah, you better take the lead.
Ronith, make talky things happen.
This is not gonna work. So what is your name, dwarf?
He blinks a few times. That's a hell of a question now, isn't it? My name is Thomas. Don't know if that's any help to you or anything, but you still haven't really answered what the fuck you're doing.
Well, we are planning on taking back this city, and currently
we built this city.
And currently
you hear off to the distance of the prison someone striking a bitchin' loot cord.
we are currently looking for survivors. We're kind of
while Ron is speaking to sort of emphasize the thing, I do the whole flicking back to Drow and then back to undead with my shit.
He shudders again. It's still probably quite a weird thing to see.
I like hold the pendant, like the
Don't shove the Devourer pendant.
Yeah.
No, not that thing. The rune to we're
the marking on your wrist.
No.
You just hold up your pendant and go, we're infiltrating. Okay.
Yeah.
Thomas goes, well, I suppose you're doing a fine bloody job of it, considering I nearly shot your stupid friend over there. And he goes, fair enough then, so what's your big amazing plan? Because I've been stuck here for half a day and I'm fucking starved.
I speak and say, we're grouping our survivors at the prison waiting for our reinforcements.
He nods slowly and goes, oh, you've actually got group and reinforcements coming. Is there anyone left at the town guard, perhaps? Any of them, maybe? Couple hundred swords? Not 20? Please tell me it's not 20. You're aware that's probably...
It's 20 and one really pissed off ogre.
He goes, well, okay, whatever. He looks around and goes...
I don't mention Thomas's character because that would detract.
Yeah. He waves around and goes, Well, I suppose we'd best get a fucking move on then, shouldn't we? Because this isn't exactly a very secret entrance anymore now, is it? And he points at the chest binder and goes, feel free to have a fucking rummage in there. It's the last of the stuff I could hide before these louts started crashing the place.
I'll take a looky before we escort him then.
Alright, as you do so, you open it up, you find a bag of random leather goods, which you can look into if you wish.
Random leather goods. Oh yeah. Dominatrix gear.
No, when you open it up, you can see that there is a pair of leather braces, which you're pretty certain are magical, but you don't know what they are unless you can look into it properly. I don't know if you have that appropriate knowledge.
I don't think either of us do.
No, I believe a certain Mr. Trident Wielder has knowledge arcane.
Oh, but that's not how you discover magic items, I don't think.
It isn't, but you can make a good guess.
Okay, make a good guess, Ronith.
27.
That's more than a good guess than I was expecting. That's actually more than enough to figure out that that's a pair of sure shot bracers.
Ooh, sure shot, mine. Dibs.
Also, amongst the other leather bits, it looks like it falls away from the braces, as though it's just sort of bundled in together. You're not quite sure what it is.
What do you mean we're not sure what it is?
Well, I mean, you could ask someone, couldn't you?
What's this? To the dwarf.
One goes, oh, that's the finest piece of work I ever damn laid my eyes on. Can't really say it's mine especially. It's not made of metal, is it? And he goes, you wrap it round your weapon, you see, and then you say this special word. I think it's just fire. And, yeah, big flames. Quite impressive, if I dare say so myself.
I let the dragon have it.
You're aware that if you tied this around your trident above the handle and then said fire, it would ignite the end of your trident in flame. Your attacks would deal a bonus 1d4 damage. And it's fire damage. It also operates like a rudimentary...
What do the sure shot braces actually do?
It gives you +2 to attack rolls on ranged attacks.
Cool.
1d4 fire damage.
Yep, bonus 1d4 fire damage whenever you want to use it. You can choose to have the fire showing or not. Just so you're warned, the fire, it acts like fire does, and it's basically a torch that you're carrying when you're using it, so it's not very stealthy to have it turned on all the time.
Right. What was I saying? And I can turn it off and on whenever I want, right?
Yeah, just fire.
Yeah, and it's like a chain.
It's leather. It's like a leather binding. You can wrap it and tie it onto your trident and above the handle.
Alright. Is that everything that's in the chest?
Yeah, there's like shit, or there's a couple of really nice fancy tunics, and you do see a bag of gold.
Ooh.
Yes.
We'll take that and split it between the two of us.
The dwarf looks at the bag of gold and goes, "Ah, fuck it, whatever." And he heads out and looks to see if there's any weapons left. He finds a broadsword that looks like it's way too fucking big for him, but, you know, he's a dwarf. He's probably...
Monkey grip.
Yeah, no, he's a dwarf. He's fine with handling big weapons. But Tish. This guy, he's not the stealthiest man of all. You might need to help him out.
I will, but how much gold if we split it in two?
Oh, 200 between you. So it's 100 each.
100 each.
I love the transition from that.
Dude,
so we need to help this man out. I will, but how much gold?
Kids, tell me how much fucking gold I got.
Alright, so...
100, right?
I'm gonna make sure...
You each get 100. It's 200 between you.
I'm gonna, because my rolling has been with helping, it's been a little spotty, I'm gonna take 10 on this one. So it's an instant. It takes a little bit longer, but it's an instant 22.
22. Very impressive. Okay then. The dwarf does not roll a natural one.
That's good. That's good. It's a good start.
It also, when you leave and you start walking the dwarf out, he looks like he's about ready to jump and attack the very closest person. So, diplomacy check, please, Ronith.
Ronith, make him not hit the guy in the face. Be bad for us.
Don't trust me, dude. 18.
You talk him down.
Yeah.
He calls his tits for a few moments longer. He goes, "You better bloody promise me that chance." And then he looks across and he notices the ogre and goes, "You know what? Probably bloody good idea. I didn't do that." And then he allows you to walk him away towards the prison.
All right. And then our next stop is the shop that no one spotted yet.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, well, I'll head towards that and...
As you're heading towards it, by the way, you notice near the apothecaries a sickening green mist starting to emit from the windows and a bunch of people backing out, one of them falling to the ground in a heap, gurgling.
I look at Josh and go, "Welp."
I head inside it then. I leave Ronith. Like, Ronith can either follow me, which is not wise, or he can stay by the small shop.
I'm standing there and I'm having a look at the prison, basically.
Okay.
I head to the shop and like as I get to it, like the guys, I just like look at them as like back you fools, and then walk in with my mask.
Yeah, usually I'd make you roll for it, but they're not exactly inclined to follow you, and you can head on in. As you do so, it stings your eyes just a little bit to look around, so it's going to be a minus to spot checks, but otherwise you are having no trouble breathing through your Bane mask.
I'll take a spot check because obviously that's something is causing is the source of the mist. So
Yep.
uh, so I rolled an 18 and
It's
my
minus
spot -2, so 16. And my spot is +7. So
Yeah, you notice two cracked barrels that have fallen against each other, and it looks like the two liquids in them have mixed and it's still pouring out. But you do also notice that the gas is starting to filter away. So now I'm going to start timing you. You're going to have... Oop, hope I didn't drop the dice. You're going to have 4 rounds of actions to move around to the shop and look about as the gas starts to filter out. Okay? So basically you will get enough time to move to a place, do something, move to a place, do something 4 times. So, what are you first going to do?
I'm debating how likely it is to succeed if I yell that it's gonna blow and see if I get more time that way.
Well, no, I suggest hanging on. There are
Hang on for
opportunities.
the last round. It'd just be.
Okay,
yeah,
yes. So,
with the last
so
second.
what's okay? So first off, what's in the shop?
Okay, as you look around, you can see that there's a number of bags of like various herbs. You're sure that there are some for healing and some for harm, and some that do both, depending on the amounts. Like various packs. Because of this whatever explosion of gas, people haven't really ransacked it quite yet, so you've got all the time you need to try and loot some of it. You're sure that some of it would be of use to you.
Bags of herbs. Fuck it.
But
I'll walk up. I'll walk up to the bags and search. I don't know how many actions you're gonna class that as.
no, that's just the one if you want to search and grab.
Search. First search check is a 15 total.
Okay, you can find a bunch that you recognize by their label, in fact, and it's just a common name for herbs that go into healing potions, so you probably want those. And
Okay.
you also notice a couple that probably went into drow poison at some time.
Cool. I'll take both of those, and then I'll do another search, just a more rummaging around, like a more thorough.
Yep.
That's not so good. That's an 11.
Yeah, you don't spot anything else. Okay.
2 actions left still.
Yep, you've got 2 actions left. You notice as well that there are 2 other large barrels nearby those 2 gas ones that haven't been cracked or looked into. There is also a till. So, I think those 2 are quite...
Okay, I'll do one search on the barrel, one search on the till.
Okay, so which one first?
Barrel first.
Okay.
That's a 17.
That shit is pure ethanol.
In my adventuring shit, I have a thingy flask, water flask, whatever.
Yep.
I will fill it with the pure ethanol.
Okay, cool.
Water skin of pure ethanol.
Alright, you're aware that it is a very flammable liquid.
I am aware of this.
Okay.
Chemist, Joe.
Yep.
And then I'll search the till.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll actually roll my dice under my keyboard.
Ronith, by the way, at this time you can see that there is a larger group of people starting to approach the apothecary. There is, right now outside, at least 8 people.
What are they doing?
Oh, they're just approaching it right now.
Question. Layout-wise of this store,
Yeah.
like, I assume it's like a single doorway in.
It's a single doorway in, there's 2 large windows, one of them is broken, which is where some of the other gas is going out of. You could probably make your way through it if you wish to.
Is there an upstairs or a downstairs?
There is no upstairs or downstairs. It looked like there's a back room, which you could try and get into if you wanted.
Okay, I'm going to search the till and then run for the back room.
Okay. Go for it.
Natural 20 on the till.
Yeah, you find that the till doesn't have much in it until you sort of shift the tray out, and you find that there's just a bag of gems hidden at the back of it. Well done.
Bag o' gems.
Can I like try to intimidate the people away from the place?
You can try to if you head towards them. You can make your attempt.
You should do that, run it. That sounds good. If not, I'm gonna yell. It's gonna blow. Throw the ethanol out the door and run into the back room.
Wow. It's fine. I just fail.
Oh, okay. So you don't call them
9.
down. You have a 9. All right then. Josh, would you like to do one last search check?
Sure. I'll head for the back room as well.
It's probably
Okay,
the
cool.
worst session I've ever had.
It's not a good. I doubt I'll find anything. It's a 10 total.
No, that doesn't show you anything. So are you going to the back room?
I'm gonna head to the back room.
All right. As you go towards the back room, it opens without trouble. You see a couple more barrels in there, and one of them appears to be gunpowder.
Yeah.
So,
Keep it away from Thomas.
as you do so, people are starting to come and go. All right, what's this then? Is there anything worth taking in here? You've been here for a bloody age.
Can they actually see me, or I'm in the back room right now?
You're in the back room, but they can assume that's where you've gone, considering state of the
Okay, give
building.
me a second. I'm just thinking how to do this. I kind of want to blow the place up.
That's totally possible.
I'm just working out how to do it. Like, I'm kind of... I have pimping cigars. I could light this shit.
You already have plenty of tools.
Okay. First off, Okay, I take 1 gem from the bag of gems.
Yeah.
Put it on top of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Douse the whole thing in ethanol.
Yep.
Light a cigar, drop it on the floor nearby, and then walk out of the back room and go, "It's all yours, lads," and walk out of the shop. That's the plan.
All right, they go on in. I roll a natural 1 on their spot check.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking shitting you. That's a natural 1.
Wow. They just go. They just
Right.
go. Oh.
So basically, they just see the gem on the barrel and go, "Holy shit," and try and grab that.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do. And I'm going to roll how many turns they have to get the fuck back out of that building before it explodes. It's 2 rounds. They're probably not going to make it out in time. As you walk away from the building, I assume you're not looking at the building.
No, why would I look at the building? I'm walking towards Ronith.
Yep, exactly. And as you are definitely
I'm
not
just
looking about it,
So what did you find?
and the entire building explodes violently.
With an electric guitar chord.
Yeah, you hear again from the distance the prison.
And I'm just
The
like,
entire
man.
apothecary blows up. There are fragments. You realise that it started quite an aggressive fire, considering the barrels of ethanol that were also there. And that's going to town on that section of the market there.
Worth.
That was incredible. I wonder if I got anything that's worth that kind of achievement. Have I got an achievement for that shit? 'Cause that's amazing. Oh, yeah, I kind of do have one,
I
actually.
need to have more Dex characters because I could do crazy shit like that.
Yeah, here, would you like to read this one out, Josh?
Sure.
I think you earned that one.
Be unquestionably epic. Are you not entertained? No, really, aren't you entertained? That was fucking awesome. Immediate interrupt. Pretty sure that's a jack dice. Force someone to reroll the last roll, DM or player. If you hit dice, you can ask what that would mean and then make them reroll. Sweet.
That's the same that I got.
It's a good one. I'm amazed you haven't used it yet. Because you
Well,
can
yeah.
also force yourself to reuse your last roll.
Yeah, but
And you've rolled
most
like
of
dog
my-
shit.
Most of my stuff has just been kind of pointless stuff.
True. I suppose it hasn't been long since you got it, was it?
Like unless it's something that is like, minus 1 on diplomacy against the ogre, and he tries to kill you. It's just like, reroll.
You're gonna call it
I
Jack
just
Dice.
like the fact that I managed to bundle. I essentially the only reason I pulled that up is because I had pimping cigars.
Yeah, no, it was well done. I mean, you
You
also
have
had a
no-
wand of timed explosion.
You have no more.
Yeah,
And
but
be left behind
that-
to act like a
The
trap.
theory is that would require me to have used magic device, which I don't have.
That's
do-
true.
You don't have any more pimpin' cigars now, though.
I do. I only use
Oh,
one
you
cigar.
only used one.
It's,
Everyone knows a pimpin' cigar comes in a pack.
no. It says pimping cigars multiple. There's like an S on the end. I only use one of them.
I'm gonna call it 5 though, so you're on to 4.
I'll put 4 down then. Okay. 4.
Okay.
I'm amazed that you fucking blew it up with a cigar. That's really impressive. Well fucking done.
I just
Worth the
quietly-
sacrifice of
I
one
just-
gem.
I just quietly mumble, show off.
Okay, now we'll finally head to the tiny store.
Alright, as you head to the tiny store, it's probably just about in time.
Before it burns.
No, you acquire burn wounds. The fire is gradually crawling around now, so it is going to envelop this building. Not quite yet. You've got plenty of time to look around, but it will definitely be enveloping that building in due course.
Okay. Well, I guess we head inside.
Yeah, man inside.
Okay, as you enter inside, can you please make a reflex check?
Good.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
That would be a 21.
You hear a click. Would you like to jump forward or backwards?
13.
I would not suggest jumping backwards, because you would jump into the person who's not moving very fast.
I'll roll forward.
All right. As you do so, you hear a click, and then some kind of strange whistling noise, and a cannon goes off.
Neat. Does Ronus get hit by a cannonball?
No, he actually just fucking barely doesn't get hit by shrapnel. It pings off of your armor, and it embeds itself in the door where you've just walked in.
I
And
hope
the cannonball has smashed about half of the door away.
How rude!
Again, palms open.
Yeah,
like-
you look in. There's no one there. You're telling the cannon, please don't fire again.
Well, just making sure. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
That's good. It's good.
Spot check around. That is a 15 total.
12.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's not very good from either of you. All right, you look around and you see what appears to be a tinkerer's room. It's full of all sorts of mechanical goods. At the back is a door with a lock on it.
Do I have time to take 10 on a search check?
The building probably burned down.
Right. Okay, then I'll just do a normal search check then.
All right. Yep.
So you can keep going while I.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, at the back of the room is a door with a lock on it. It's quite tall. It looks to be about 8 foot for a door, which is, some would consider quite over the top. It seems like it's out of place in this building, so you're not quite sure how far back it goes. Also on the shelves are a number of goods. There's like fancy bottled ships. There is a really cool looking monocle, and another sort of a box of gears and such like that. Look, it just looks like a tinkerer's building. There's also a spyglass off to the side.
My search was 21, by the way. Also, spyglass, taking that shit, 1,000 gold.
Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah, you.
See, I don't know that shit. He does.
The only reason I know that stuff is because Rich Berkeley, the author of Order of the Stick, always makes jokes like that. Where for example, whenever his characters are carrying a spyglass or using one, there's always a little price tag hanging off it saying 1,000 gold.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true. That's actually. I would have said that if you'd picked it up, then you'd realise it's worth about 1,000 gold. Well fucking done. Well played. Yes, there is in fact a label hanging off of the edge of the spyglass that says 1,000.
My search was a 21, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, then you're aware that monocle is something special, but you can't put your finger on it. You also notice that there is again another till, although it looks like it's completely disused. Maybe this building has been abandoned for some time. You can't put your finger on that again either.
Is the monocle magical, maybe?
I let Ronnie take a look at the monocle while I take a look at the door.
Right. I make a Arcana check then.
Mm-hmm.
25.
That shit's magic.
Oh yeah.
Do I know what?
Well, we have to find out. I can't really tell that one. That one's going to be harder to figure out because it's not. It's home ruled.
I kind of want to put it on.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
I'll just put it in my backpack for now.
Sure.
I'll identify it later.
Right, I'm action pointing this lockpick.
Okay.
I would take 10, but the building will burn down.
Yeah.
My awesome's too awesome to take.
Yeah. You've got 16 rounds.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 6 on the action point.
Oh, that's convenient.
24 total.
Yeah, you managed to jiggle that lock open. There's a clunk and a pop, and the lock falls to the ground, and the door starts to open.
I take a step back.
Alright. The door opens. It's dark in front of you. It's cutting off to the side. There's probably something in there, and probably quite big, but you don't know what it is yet until you go.
I tell Ryan to go first with his lantern.
Yep, that's what I was gonna do.
All right. As you do so, you see a golem.
Golem?
A golem. It is chained up against the wall, and it looks like it's inactive. Next to it is a name tag that says, "Hello there, my name is Guinevere."
Right.
And that's all you can see right now.
With Guinevere?
Guinevere the gigantic golem.
Do you want a spot or a search to quickly search the room? Or take a look around the room?
That's your choice.
I will
They're the same.
Yeah.
I will do an Arcana check on the golem to find out anything.
18.
All right. You can find a latching mechanism, Josh. If you pulled that lever, it will probably undo all of the chains.
Okay. I don't pull it. I'm letting Ronit do his thing.
Yep. Ronith, what was your check?
15.
You're aware that that is a golem, and so it's probably magic.
Great.
Does he know any way to, like, is there, have we found any way to turn it on?
He's unsure. Possibly has something to do with the fact that it's bound. That's generally how a golem operates.
What was?
I vote that we get near the door, I pull the lever, and then if this shit goes down, we just run away. Because, you know, the enemy are between... If we put the enemy between us and the golem, it's fine.
All right. It's fine. Do that.
Okay, so we position near the door, and I pull the lever. Latch, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, cool. Are you already moving away from it then?
Yes.
Okay,
Sort
then,
of
cool.
hanging near the door.
All right. Fantastic. The chains fall away, and the golem slowly rattles to life. And it seems that the very first thing it does is shout, "Why?" in a really awkward mechanical voice, and it just turns around and smashes open the wall, knocking over the cannon.
It's a good start. Then what?
Well, now you're gonna have to roll for initiative.
Is it actually aggressive?
It's being aggressive, but this is just to give you a round order.
Okay, initiative mine's 4, so I'm going last.
Go on, number.
6.
Okay. I'm going to use old school paper to keep track. What's yours, Ronith?
16.
16. Cool. All right then. Ronith, you get to act first. What are you going to do?
Diplomify it.
Yeah. Wait. It's fucking golem though.
So it has a mind.
Yeah, they think.
Okay.
You're aware that golems are sentient beings.
I will.
Is it actually a golem or is it a warforged?
You're not quite sure. Could be either.
Okay.
Wow. 15.
Well, you can try and say stuff to it.
It's friendly.
I would use your interrupt to reroll your own dice.
What?
Don't you have an interrupt to let yourself reroll a dice?
Actually, I will use a. Yeah, I can just use that. Whatever. Yeah.
Or an action point.
Yeah, I'll use the reroll because it's it's my best skill. So.
Okay, cool.
Wow. 17.
You might want to action point that.
Action point it!
Let's fucking action point that shit.
Can I action point it for him as well?
If you want to assist, you can give him half of your action points worth.
How many do I have?
It's a 21.
Alright.
Alright, you going to add to it or not?
Well, even if I give half the max I can take, it's the 24.
You sure cool?
I don't know what you reckon, Runneth.
Because I'm not going to tell you what happens.
Yeah, I know you're not going to tell us.
Wait, what were you gonna do?
I can give... Dan's letting me give half my action point if I action point to help you. So I could potentially give up to 3 more on top of that.
Are you willing to give one? Like, do we get new action points
Every time you level.
So you
Every
currently
time-
got a fresh batch because you entered this at 5.
Yeah. Fuck it.
You should probably do it.
Ooh, I got there. Halving it, that's 2. So I had 2 to it.
Okay, cool. You add 2 to the roll. As you do so, the golem slows down and goes, "Query, friend?"
Sure.
The golem
Yes.
nods slowly and goes, "What are my orders?"
Murderize all of the Lich's followers apart from me and him.
The golem pauses for a second, looks around, and punches out another section of wall so it can see outside. "Query, necromancers," and points at the various skull people.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
All right then.
Before we go to the prison.
All right, and the golem heads towards them and is going to begin doing its thing. So you're going to hang around to watch, or you're going to head off to a prison?
What's left? Like, what places haven't we?
You have officially been to everywhere besides the Adventurers Market.
Do we have time to go there, or is that engulfed in fire?
It's on the other side of the town if you look down the street. Currently, the right side is completely engulfed. The left side is not touched by these flames.
Okay.
Let's go to the Adventurers Market then.
All right. As you casually saunter over to the Adventurers Market, the golem is pounding its way through the wall and headed towards the people attempting to, get away from the burning apothecary. It's currently just rolling loads of people. It's currently doing quite well. It is suffering some damage though.
I feel like we should help it get out before it. Like, we'll check the Adventurers place and then see what's happening.
Yeah.
So okay, we're heading to the adventurous place.
All right, cool. You go in and you can see there's only a few people left. It looks like there's one particularly tough badass mofo, and he stood there quite well geared out. And another person, he looks sort of
Racist.
yes, sorry. The tall mofo is you're not quite sure. He looks like some kind of half blood amongst maybe ogre or goblinoid.
Okay.
But he's relatively tall, so that's what you would indicate towards. He's definitely a mutt, regardless, and the other one is a human, and he looks like a trade master. Very cool. While he does that, he goes, "Yeah, are you here for goods as well? Most of it's cleared out by this point, I'm afraid." He points around. You can see that they're probably used to stock things that adventurers would find very convenient.
Is this guy like the store owner? Like, is that?
No. He looks more like someone who's with this group, but he's taking over that sort of taskmastery role of managing goods.
I just got. Is there anything left?
He looks around and goes, "Well, as you can see, there isn't really all that much. There's a few adventurous kits left, but let's face it, nobody really needs those damn things."
But prisoners.
He looks around and he blinks a few times and goes, "Prison's over that way, I'm afraid, stranger."
No prisoners. As in, did they take?
Yeah, no.
Prisoners?
He's just assuming like prisoners. No, they're off in that direction. Surely, he doesn't know.
So,
Okay.
Sorry, what happened?
It's a trade master. He appears to be one of the members of the cult, but he's just sort of taken over the establishment, controlling it to make sure everyone gets some supplies.
Cool.
But yeah, he just sort of points around and goes, "Really, there isn't much left, I'm afraid."
I feel like Ronith should diplomatize him to make sure he hasn't hidden back some items for himself secretly.
Sense motive, maybe?
Oh yeah, I could do sense motive.
Yeah,
for it.
I can do that too. I just second.
Let's both totally sense this guy's motive.
He backs up a little bit as you both peer at him intently.
God.
I got a 29.
Yeah, this guy doesn't like. Every now and again, you've noticed that he's looking down, just sort of towards one of the sides of the counters. He doesn't look like he wants to really continue this conversation too much.
I just shake my head and go, really? Nothing left? Then what do you keep looking at, eh?
He blinks a few times and goes, "I'm not looking at anything. I'm looking at everything, to be honest. I'm looking at you."
How about you back away from that counter, friend?
You might have to roll for intimidate for that one, I'm afraid.
Here we
Guess what I rolled?
29. Oh, not 29.
I was going to say, fuck off! Your mod's not even that high.
No, I rolled a 19
Okay.
with the intimidate, which it's +3, so 22.
Yeah, he backs out. I'm damned. You haven't had to fight a single person. Well
No,
done,
because
guys.
fuck these bitches.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Guess what I rolled, by the way?
Was it a
A
1?
1.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that is the worst luck. Don't worry, you're saving up dice karma.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not.
He's using an online roller, he's not.
No, that's true.
Rolling
Online
bad
rollers are
since
cursed.
the beginning of this campaign.
I get Ronith to watch my back because I don't trust him while I search the counter.
Alright, as you do, you find that people have probably been trading for some of the goods that they've taken off of this taskmaster. There's a bag of gold there now.
I take the bag of gold and turn to the guy and go, says, "The Lich thanks you," and walk out of the store really cockily.
Okay, you're gonna have to bluff again for that one.
Oh,
Fucking
come
hell.
on.
Yes, come on now.
Trying to feel like
Bluff or intimidate?
You can bluff and he can help you with the diplomacy.
You should do the diplomacy thing because my bluff's awful.
You're gonna have to bluff anyway though, because you are
I know.
taking the bag and leaving.
21.
Oh,
I got 15.
yeah, you just barely make it. Well done, Ronith. You saved the day. It doesn't
Teamwork.
matter, you're getting there when it counts.
How much?
You stopped Josh from getting his face punched open by a golem.
I guess.
Yeah, but then again, I've also helped him do other stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, you're even. Alright, you walk out, the gold that you've got is probably worth at least another 2 spyglasses.
So a grand each. Oh yeah.
You both each make a grand. And
How
so
much are the gems worth? Because I can't be bothered to like just.
you took away 1, right?
I left 1 in the store.
Okay, it's 850.
850, so 425 each, Ronith.
3, 8, 5 plus.
It would have been 900, you might have guessed.
Yeah, but it's just like it was totally worth it.
That was actually absolutely worth it because it was bitchin' sweet.
Yeah, you gotta reroll.
Mm-hmm.
So so walk out into the place again. Like, what's the golem's condition and stuff right now?
Okay, right now. Oh, sorry, I forgot to roll for all of his combat, so I'm just going to do a couple of rounds for him. And this one.
the sound of a golem smashing through a city.
It is. He's already killed 5 people. There is 1 person left, and he's getting the shit out of dodge. The golem looks damaged, but he's still moving. You can flag him down if you want to.
I would like to, because I want to give him new orders to reinforce and regroup at the prison.
Yeah.
Alright, as you do so, the golem pauses and goes, "Query orders."
Follow.
I tell him that reinforce and regroup at the prison.
It looks like it's a bit too complicated for him, but he follows the order of follow quite happily.
Okay, we'll follow. Okay, we'll lead him to the prison then.
Alright, as you take him to the prison, you can see that the door is damaged at the side, but it doesn't look like there's been any signs of combat.
We head inside.
Okay, as you head into the prison, you can see them all everyone stand up and sort of draw weapons, whoever's got them. And in fact, you notice a particularly bitchin' loot in one person's hands. He goes, "Thank God you're back. It's been taking a bit of a while now. There was a bit of a scuffle, but we kind of dealt with that. The girl over here you've got is quite useful on her hands." And, the mage sort of waves meekly and goes, "Hi." She looks like she's been vaguely charmed by this roguishly handsome bastard.
I indicate the golem we brought back.
He goes, "You've got a big friend over there, I see. What's his name?" And suddenly the mage girl pipes and goes, "What? Where did you get that from?"
I let Renna do the talking, to be honest. Right now, I've talked myself out.
Wait, which merchant?
It was the tinkerer.
Yeah, it was the tinkerer's shop. You got it from.
Yeah. We basically just found it from the tinkerer's shop. It was chained up there, so we got it loose, and it kind of tried to kill us, but we got it calm.
Also, we stole some loot from the we stole some loot from the lich, and we blew up some buildings.
Yeah, the very spiky dwarf Gaxagar goes, "It was bloody brilliant. Well done." And he just looks like I can't do the voice and I don't have the throat for it, but he sounds very vaguely like Brian Blessed. Yeah, he in fact sounds exactly like Brian Blessed. She's just overjoyed at this carnage you've wrecked. And he goes, "And I can see that your golemy friend there is soaked in blood, the blood of a glorious death and battle." He is super excited about this. He looks like he's about to get his murder boner on.
The golem's like, "I comply to orders."
Yeah, the golem looks at it and goes, "Golem happy to serve."
Golem content.
And looks towards Ronith again for commands. Right now you're aware that there's probably going to be some kind of battle starting soon at the front gate, and that you probably want to indicate that now is the time to strike. Currently you've managed to cause way more carnage than I thought you would have, and set off so many more distractions, and I'm stunned and impressed.
So many more distractions. As far as I know, we've only set up one distraction, and that's setting buildings on fire.
You blew up a building, set it on fire. No. You broke into a prison, built an army of roguish
true.
people, and you've got a golem who's devastated a squadron of people.
Yeah,
you've done well.
It's all good. So good in the
way
hood.
More than I expected.
I would say the most.
See, this is why you don't let me go on stealth missions, Dan.
No, it's awesome. I think it's so fucking sweet.
No. More specifically, this is why you don't let me go into stealth missions.
We could have done even more if Ronith wasn't here. Fucking hell.
No, really, without your diplomacy, there's a couple of times where he would have gone, "Yeah, well, fuck you," and probably then got attacked for it, because he is actually terrible at lying.
Most of the time, I just ate
terrible at lying. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, okay.
Most of the time, I just ate flies.
Were they delicious, though?
Let's be honest, I was good at lying when it counted, when it came to blowing people up.
Alright, and at this time they all sort of gather around you. It looks like you've built up some kind of ragtag squadron of people. You've got a broadsword wielding...
We're invincible, we have a ragtag squadron. Nothing can beat
you have.
us.
You're a ragtag squadron of underdogs that no one believed in. You can't possibly fail. Alright, and as they all pipe up, their plan at least seems to form, and it looks like they're quite intent on making sure shit goes down real time.
I assume me and Ron informed them that our forces will be coming in via the main gate.
Yeah, they go, "And how are you expecting to do that?"
I was just saying, well, I assume Ron tells them that Lemmy's just going to punch it.
Yeah, I'm going to get, just so you guys know, I'm going to give Lemmy the battering ram.
Yes.
How fucking cool is that going to be?
Yes.
I'll be sure to record and upload. That will be a fun one. But yeah, and at this point, I believe that's the end of today's adventure.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta... oh my god.
How fucking cool was that?
That was cool.
I'm really delighted. I'm so impressed with both of you guys. You made really good decisions. There's a couple of times where the dice were just barely there on your side. And Ronith, although you feel bad about your rolls, you really got the ideal ones when they mattered, or you would have been fucked. I'm not kidding. There were a couple of conversations that if you fucked up, it would have just completely ruined the whole thing for you.
The end,
You pulled a college.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
I don't care. Even though it took Ryan to help me out, I still don't care. Walking away from that guy going, "The Lich thanks you."
Yes. And I'm supposed to say walking away from the building I fucking exploded.
Just imagine me standing there.
Well, that's
You just kind of walk out, and I just go, "So how did it go?"
Yeah, there's an explosion. I'm just walking casually, and Ryan just like dives to the ground.
I'm just like, show off.
And then there's that bit. It's like from the fucking the other guys. It's like, how do people do this in movies? Have you seen that?
Oh god, that's good stuff.
This is an unrealistic portrayal of explosions, man. God, I love the other guys.
But yeah, there we have it, guys.
Sweet.
I'm glad to be doing these adventures again. It's been far too long.
I'm happy with what I've changed my character to, and I'm glad you let me do it.
Yeah, no, I did, like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna be super fucking underpowered by the end of this, because Ronith, have no fear, you're gonna be a motherfucker soon enough.
Hopefully, yes.
By, I'd say, the level 8 to 9 area, you'll suddenly just be a monster.
Sweet.
So you go, you have that to look forward to. But with that, I've been recording the whole thing, so if anyone's still listening right now, then ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. I've been Some Kind of Wizard, your lovely DM, and with me has been Goromoth and Ronith as our two bitchin' adventurers. And I hope that you have a magical evening.